All right, here we go. It's time. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carlos Victorino and this is Vic's Vlogs. So, this is my first time doing a festival review and we're going to be reviewing Lost Land, as you guys can tell. So, let's just get into it. I did write down some notes. That way I have it kind of organized and know what I gotta talk about. And I feel like it's pretty organized to like the point where you could jump through and see each point I'm talking about. So my first point I will be talking about is camping. As you guys already know, I did glamping this year, which I'm really grateful for my friend inviting me out to do glamping. What would I gotta say about glamping? I feel like the tent itself, I feel like the tent was pretty good. It was a good size. It was 4 of us, as you guys can see in the videos. And I feel like the spacing was pretty good. We had enough space to like have our little area. But it is maybe like a tad bit a little too small for us. I feel like 2 people in one tent would be perfect. So if you guys had the two people to a tent, I feel like you guys like had a great experience. I'm not like really complaining about it. I don't complain too much about anything. Like I said, it was adequate enough space for 4 people. As far as the bathrooms go, the bathrooms were pretty close to the entrance. I'm not complaining. The area where we camped was pretty close to the entrance, so the bathrooms were pretty much like not too far away. It was like a 2-minute walk maybe. I will say, by the 3rd day, I think like the 2nd night, we did clog the bathrooms for both the guys and the girls, so we couldn't really use the bathrooms like towards the end of the festival, which, I mean, it wasn't really too much of an issue for, at least for me. When I do these reviews, like I said, this is my first time doing a review, so hopefully I do it right. But this review is gonna be based on my opinion and my opinion alone. If you had a good experience or a bad experience on the things that I talk about, that's perfectly normal. But I'm only talking about things that I experienced from my point of view. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I will say the showers are also like next to the bathrooms, and they were in a trailer-like setup, as most festivals pretty much are. I used the showers maybe twice throughout the whole weekend. I didn't really shower too much. There were days where I like wasn't in the mood to shower because I was just either too tired or just didn't feel like showering. But I did make use of the showers because they were free to me. So I did use them to, like at festivals I really showered too much because I don't want to pay for the showers, but since they were free, it made it so much better. More on that at the end of the video. I will say the amenities, I should have made, I should use them more because I know they had a massaging station, which did kind of have a line. So I didn't want to like wait in line for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever to get a massage. At the entrance, there was like a setup for mirrors. There was a setup to get your hair braided. I have short hair. My hair isn't long enough to get braided. I know it's a girl thing. As far as I saw, there was a line. It was a pretty long line to get your hair braided. There was a chill area. Like all this was at the entrance of the campgrounds for glamping, and all the amenities were at the entrance. I didn't really explore the campground areas of the glamping because it was a decent size, but it wasn't too big, it wasn't too small to explore. But I didn't really explore too much. I know I had some other friends that were glamping. I didn't really like find their campsite or anything, which leads me to my next point, the village area. I feel like the village area overall is like, there's no really any improvements that I could think of. It's perfect at the spot they're at because as soon as you go into the main campgrounds, you run to the village area. It had a pretty good layout because you had the food on one side and the vendors on the left side. And I heard that they did improve with building a stage. I don't remember, I feel like they had it in the past, but I could be wrong. But a lot of people have been saying that the stage at the village is something new, which I feel like is pretty good. Having like a stage in the village area, that way you can get like up and coming artists I feel like it was local artists that were set in the village stage, which I feel like is pretty good. I did go there for the pre-parties, as you guys saw in the videos. But yeah, like I said, the layout was pretty good. The only one complaint that you really can't do anything to improve is the street, crossing the streets, because you're just gonna get backed up. It's a 30-minute wait if you're coming from the village over to the festival ground area, which will bring me to my next point in the future in a little bit. But I will say the food area, I don't know if it was because I had a lot of money last year, but this year everything was much more expensive food wise, because I remember paying like maybe $12, $15 last year for like a plate of food. This year, like the cheapest thing I found was like $11, but everything else is much more expensive. I feel like everything was like either between 16 to 18 bucks, and I feel like that's much more expensive than it was last year. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't remember everything exactly like it was. But 18 bucks for like a plate of food that didn't really increase in size, I feel like it wasn't worth it. I know one day I went and without eating, but I was like, you know what? Let me just enjoy myself. Let me just splurge out. Not like excessively like I did the previous year, because I know previous year I had no worries about money. I just paid for everything. Like I was eating like left and right, but I just took the hit. I paid for what I had to pay for. I just had a good time. Am I suffering for it now? Maybe, but nothing a little overtime can't hurt. So point number 3, let's talk about the security there. The lines to get into the festival, it varies. I know the longest I waited was like 30 minutes, and the shortest was like maybe 5-10 minutes. I feel like the lines are gonna be the lines that they were. There was an improvement of having like a line just for totems. There was a line for like no bags, which obviously they're gonna move a lot faster. I feel like GA had more lines, which made them move a little quicker. I did VIP this year, and I stood in the VIP lines, and I felt like those lines were too long. Again, I'm not complaining. It is what it is. You gotta take the hit you take. But the lines were a little too long this year, which I mean, I'm not complaining. Like I said, I got in at a good, like adequate time. But as long as like the pat downs, they were non-existent. People never, at least for me, I never got touched. And when it went through my bag, they kind of like shook it up. Again, I don't have anything when I go in, so I don't have anything to worry about. Searches by themselves took maybe like 30 seconds, which is pretty good considering all the people coming into the festival. Like I said, I'm not complaining. The experience going into the festival for me was pretty good. No complaints. Some people just, as soon as you go through the checkpoint, you gotta keep moving. People, I don't know what it is. You guys, if you guys walk slow coming to the festival, I'm worried about how you guys drive. This is why there's traffic, but nonetheless, no complaints for me for the security. Point number 4, let's get to the festival itself. This is the main course, the main talking point. Let's talk about main stage. Main stage, I feel like for the whole festival, I feel like a lot of the things were recycled. A lot of the stages were recycled. Main stage was mainly recycled. It was the same stage as last year with like some minor details, a little tweaks. I know they took out some of the panels to put in some of the lights. Like I said, there's no complaints. I enjoyed it. I like the main stage. But let's talk about Whompy Woods. Whompy Woods delivered this year. So much improvement. The layout was a lot better. I know last year there was a talk about like sudden death. It was a choking point, which I feel like Excision, he improved the whole Whompy Woods, because like there was no choking points. If there was like a huge crowd heading to the Whompy Woods, there was no struggle to get to that stage. I do want to say, I feel like Excision is not only a Marvel fan, but I feel like he's an Iron Man fan. But more on that on another video. If you guys want me to talk about my theory of Excision being a Marvel fan. I will comment down below if you want me to talk about that. As far as Whompy Woods, it improved so much. I love Whompy Woods now. In past years, I feel like Whompy Woods was kind of like mid-tier, but this year it definitely delivered. It improved the VIP area. I know for the VIP for main stage was the same. No complaints, no changes. I feel like it was pretty good. But the VIP for Whompy Woods was so much greater. It was on the last year, it was on the right side. It was blocked by some trees. It created a choking point. But like I said, it was on the left side this year, up on the hill. And that was so great. Coming in and then having that incline to see the stage. Like, if you guys watched my video during Millennium, I was on that side and it was just chef's kiss. Like, so amazing. Subsidia stage, the Forest stage, no changes, but I'm not complaining because those stages, like, they were perfect. Subsidia stage has the little corner area with the platforms. I didn't really get on the platforms this year, like they were further back. The Forest stage, I actually went this year. I definitely enjoyed the Forest stage. The whole trees there, the vibe was amazing. I did go on the platform for a bit. I think I did cut that video of me going on the platform behind Forest stage. Raptor stage, I know it was different from last year. That is the one stage I did improve. I know last year it was facing away from the Whompy Woods, but this year it was facing kind of perpendicular from the Whompy Woods. It was facing up towards the incline. There was a flat ground like in the pit area, and the further back you went, there was like an incline, which I feel like it was good. I enjoyed it. I know for Zingara, I was on the incline, and then for Leo, Texas. If you guys watch my videos, go watch my videos. I was in the, not the pit area, but kind of like behind where, like, if there was a mosh pit, I know it would be further up, but I was like just behind that area. If you guys know like the layouts of like how the crowds work, more on crowds later, but yeah, I feel like the Raptor was pretty good. The one stage I wanted them to improve, they did not improve. There was no changes. It was in the same area. The Asteroid stage. As you guys saw in the videos, I never went to the Asteroid stage because I just don't like the layout. I get what he's trying to do with like the Asteroid stage, making like underground kind of feel to it, which that, I mean, go for it if that's what you're into. But me personally, I don't like being like crowded with people. I'm not claustrophobic per se, but I don't know, like Asteroid stage is not, I don't like the Asteroid stage. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the festival. There were no changes. I'm not complaining. It was a good time. I love the production. It was good. Point number 5, I have 2 things. Let's talk about the weather first. The weather was not bad. It was actually really perfect. I enjoyed the weather. The weather was good. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold. Knowing me, I cannot stand the cold. Me and the cold cannot coexist. And coming weeks of the festival, I feel like there was a lot of talk of it being cold during the night. I don't know if it was because I was in the crowd a pretty good amount, or if I was dancing like a good amount to like keep my body warm. I didn't really feel cold at all. Like, I have no complaints of the weather. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't too hot. It wasn't cold. It was perfect. At night, it was maybe cold like as soon as I was falling asleep. But by the time I noticed, I was already knocked out and I didn't really like feel the cold. I had blankets. I slept with like, I think it was like 2 or 3 blankets. It kept me warm throughout the night. I know Sunday morning around like 8 in the morning, it rained for like a little bit. I know there was like a little thunderstorm or whatever. I kind of heard it. It did wake me up a little bit, but I was still asleep by then. I didn't wake up till like 9:30ish around that time to like get ready for the festival and all that. So I was never bothered by the rain. The rain never like really touched me. The cold never bothered me. The warm was perfect. I never complained about it being hot. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it was pretty good, the weather-wise. But point number 5, I want to talk about the crowd. The crowd at Lost Lands was Lost Lands vibes. Like, it was perfect. No complaints. I met a good amount of people. I went to some of the meetups. I met with some people out there. Like we conversed, we conversated, whichever one you guys use. I know they're both right. I met some good people. You guys were pretty dope. But if we're being honest, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't care about like people's opinions on things that I have to talk about, because like I said, these are just my opinions. The one con I did have about the crowd was at Subtronics. I did hear other people talk about this. Crowds at Subtronics were not good. Okay, let's get into it. If you guys saw my video in Subtronics, there was times where I was like kind of distracted from recording because the crowds around me were just not good. Plur went out the window. Mosh pit etiquette went out the window during Subtronics. I don't know what it was. You guys preach a lot about Plur at festivals. I don't want to get to my Plur mentality. That's for another video. Like, so for Subtronics, I get he was closing. I get people were on substances during the festival, which I kind of excuse it. I shouldn't, but I will excuse it because people come and have a good time. However you guys want to have a good time, that's on you. But as far as the crowds, I did not enjoy the crowds at Subtronics. You guys gotta do better. It's not the artist. There's nothing on the artist. Subtronics, he definitely earned his like title. Do I think he's like a god or whatever, like some people do? Absolutely not. He's good. I'll give him that. He's worked to be at where he's at to close out festivals now. He's good. I'll leave it at that. He's not great. He's not amazing. He's not life changing. But like the crowds for like some of these artists, I'll name these artists like Subtronics' crowd, Illenium's crowd, Rez's crowd, Excision's crowd, Slander's crowd. You guys gotta do better. I'm a huge Slander fan, as you guys can tell. But the crowds, you guys kind of ruin it for some of these people. Imagine it's your first time at these festivals, going to see these people like for the first time, and the crowd is just. You guys gotta do a lot better to like get the vibes up. Stop pushing people. Stop freaking feeling so entitled. I'll drop these words. I don't really care. People, if you guys want to come at me, come at me. These are my opinions. I don't really care. You guys got to do better. If I see something going wrong at Slander, I will definitely call out people. Be like, hey, you guys say excuse me moving through a crowd. You got to like be more Plur mentality. You got to just be a good person. Let people have a good time. If you want to have a good time, that's fine. But like, don't do it at the expense of other people trying to also have a good time. Like, you got to like think for a bit. Don't let like substances or alcohol or whatever, like let's be better crowds to these artists, because people want to have a good time while they're at the festival. There's no point in pushing or shoving. There's no point in like yelling in people's ears. I don't know. We'll leave it at that. But I will say the crowds, 10 out of 10 still. Lost Time crowds, amazing vibes. I had a good time. I'm not complaining, like I said. You will never hear me complain about anything, because Lost Lands is my festival to go to every year. I love this festival. The crowds are going to be amazing. Don't let that deter you from having a good time. If you have like a bad moment, don't let that ruin your festival experience. It will get better. Like, you will bounce back. Let's talk about set times now. I heard people talk about conflicts at Lost Lands during, there was like conflicting sets. There was a conflicting artist that they want to see, like, going at the same time. Me personally, I had no issues. I had no conflicts. Like I say, I always do like a set times video. I always have a plan going into festivals of people I want to see. And some of them I do see because I really want to see them. But for the most part, whenever I go into festivals, I become a different person. I go through the vibes. I go with whatever I'm feeling at the moment. You never know what to expect when I go to these shows. I try to keep my schedule in mind, but you're going to see who you're going to see when you go to shows. If you're like new to the festivals, don't stick to your schedule. Just go wherever you go. I do a festival coming up here in a little bit, and I have no schedule for it. More on that later, but as far as conflicts, I had no conflicts. I feel like my set times flowed pretty good. I was able to go through different stages. see different sets. I had no conflicts. I had no struggle. I had a good time. Like my lineup of sets, it was perfect. They just flowed so perfectly. Like I was having a ball out there. Like it was great. A lot of people have been asking me what were my favorite sets. I've been really sitting on this. I've been analyzing all these sets, and at the moment, I never really answered them. But I will answer it here now. I did write it down, like I said. I have it set for each day. So for day 1, I feel like 3 sets that stood out to me that day was Lays. I finally got to see Lays. I've been wanting to see it for a while. I saw Dubscribe and Resurrect. For day 1, those are my like top sets. Everyone, like, I do gotta say, everyone brought their A game to the festival. Like, everyone went hard. Like I said, I was enjoying my time, like set after set after set. I was just having a good time, having fun, vibing out. Like, ah man, if there's an emphasis on everyone bringing their A game. Like, Lost Lands is a festival where everyone just delivers. They go hard. They bring their all. Like, everyone delivered. I can't stop saying that because that's just how I feel. Like, it was just everyone. Everyone brought their A game. I keep saying that because it's true. Day 2, we start off with Yuki. I liked Yuki. Kaiwachi, I'm a huge Kaiwachi fan. He's one of my top 5. He will always be one of the sets that I will just go hard for. This is my first time actually seeing Ella's Dream. I feel like Ella's Dream delivered pretty good that day. Hesh was pretty good. I stuck around for Hesh for a good amount of time. I know that during that time slot, there was a lot of artists I want to see, but Hesh stuck me out to like longer than I was supposed to see him because he was pretty good. And surprisingly, I don't know what it was. I'm not a hardstyle fan, but Little Texas, previously, like I said, I was gonna only see him for like 10 minutes maybe just to see what the hype was about. But I ended up staying for like 30 minutes. Little Texas was actually really fun. Like I said, once I'm at the festival, I go by vibes. And I was vibing out to Little Texas. Little Texas, you were actually really good. I stayed for 30 minutes. Like I said, I only intended to stay for like 10 minutes, get a few videos. I would put them in my vlog. But I was having a good time. If you guys saw my video, there was a flank clacker. He was right in front of me. It really didn't bother me. Like, I hate flank clackers, but I don't know what it was. Little Texas he was a standout artist for me. Will I go see him again? I don't know. I don't know. Well, it depends on like I said, set times, the vibes, everything. I don't know. But Little Texas, you delivered. Day 3, I did enter pretty late for day 3 because I was dead tired. If you guys saw my videos, I did not talk. That's why I'm making this video so late, because my voice is barely coming back. But I do gotta say, even though I wasn't there, I know Jessica delivered. I heard it from my friends. She did pretty good. I did see Illenium. I have to say, as a sad boy, I love sad boy music. I love melodic dubstep. I don't know what it is. I cannot get into Illenium. You guys saw my videos. I gave Illenium a good amount of time of my time. I just was not feeling it. I don't know what it is. I can't get to Illenium. I've seen him a few times. And I don't know. I know Illenium is like King Sad Boy, but I just can't get to him. I don't know what it is. I'll watch Slander. I'll watch Set of Sky. I'll watch who else? Dang, Dabin. I'm blanking out on these sad boys. I did record the sound camps because I feel like Excision closed up the festival pretty good. That I cut the video out at that point for day 3. But Meal Prep, if you guys were there, you guys know Meal Prep delivered. If you guys don't know who Meal Prep is, it is Kaiwachi with Sullivan King put together, and they have like a house set or like bass house, and they were pretty good. I enjoyed it. I unfortunately did not make it for Amorphic because I was too tired. I really wanted to see Amorphic, but I feel like he did pretty good. I know he's a standout like artist. So if you guys saw him, I know you guys like know it was pretty good. But overall, if I had to pick like these guys, I would say Dubscribe was like standout overall. Allah's Dream definitely delivered. Like he was my first time seeing them, and again, just like what's his name, Liquid Stranger, definitely a good artist. I will definitely see him again because he definitely impressed me. Honestly, I did not think that I would like, because I'm not really into like the experimental like bass or like Wookiee sound, but Allah's Dream was pretty good. And for day 3, Meal Prep. Those are my top 3 overall. And let's just get to the overall general consensus of the festival. I definitely recommend it for people to go to, whether you're either a bass head or a house head. I know BB Howell, she brought her boyfriend and he's a house head. He went to the festival and I want to say he had a good time. I'm not really 100% sure, but I feel like he enjoyed it. 2 people I want to get to the festival for sure. I feel like Emma Capotes, I know she's a pretty big festival content creator, and I feel like she has to go for the festival, like just to get a review. That way she can actually get like first-hand experience, and I feel like she'll end up going at least 1 year just to see what it's like. But I really do want to push for Aid. I know she's Emma's friend, Vibe with Aid. That's her like channel. I'm really pushing for her to go to because I know it's like a running joke. I always comment whenever she talks about Lost Lands. I always have to comment on her going to Lost Lands because I'm definitely pushing for her to go. Will she go? Probably not. I feel like Emma would be more likely to go to Lost Lands. But I do recommend, like, if you're like a house head, Lost Lands is pushing more like house artists. I know I had like Dr. Fresh in one of my videos. I'm trying to think of like, I know Stumpy, he's a house alias for Wooly. There's other like house artists. I'm not big on house music, but I will listen to it. I have opened to it up more and more as time goes on. As far as like future plans, if I can get glamping, I will do it next year. But right now, I'm planning on getting a hotel because I cannot camp. The dirt at the mosh pits got into my lungs. Like I said, I'm still trying to recover from my voice because it sucked getting the wook flu. Staying at the camp did not help with all the dust I had to build up. Not showering those 2 days I didn't shower because I did get there on Thursday and we left Monday morning and I only showered 2 days. Showers are decent, but I feel like hotel showers are much more better. I would love to get like vlogs on the shuttle. Like I said, I plan on probably getting a hotel. I'm like 80% sure because I know glamping sells out. So if I somehow get glamping, I wouldn't mind glamping because once you do glamping, you can't go back because I just can't do regular camping. The weather, like I said, it's unpredictable at Lost Lands. And I don't want to risk getting stuck in a rainy festival. So 80% chance that next year when I do go to Lost Lands, because I will be going back. First, I didn't think I would be going back, but no festivals happen around that time. It's perfect to go back. Like there's no conflicting festivals. There's no conflicting like anything for me. So Lost Lands is a must for me. Like I said, I recommend everyone to go at least once. Even if you go for like a day, I don't know how it would go because I know they don't do day passes. Future improvements for the festival. I know it's highly unlikely, but somehow building like a portable bridge to get over that street crossing because it's horrible waiting like 30 minutes to cross because I get it. It's a main road. There's only one road you got to cross and cars keep coming through because it's pretty much a highway. Ohio, like, I don't know what they have going on over there, whatever. But it's a highway, and cars will constantly be going through. So if somehow, I don't know how or what, like, decision, if you can make it happen, I guarantee you it will blow people's minds. But having like a portable bridge, so that way people can like walk over the street. Cars don't wait. People don't have to worry about crossing the road. And like, that's pretty much the only improvement I would have for the festival. You could improve the lines to get into the festival, but you can only do so much. You can like, there's no complaints for me there. Stages are perfect. They're pretty good. They're spaced out enough where there's no sound bleed. But yeah, like I said, I will be going back next year, and I can't wait. I hope to see you guys next year. Comment down below if you're going next year. Comment down below if you agree with anything I said. Again, these are just my opinions. Comment down below anything you want to say. Any complaints, concerns, comments you guys have. If you guys like my content, subscribe, because I will be coming out with more things. Like I said, this is my first review. Please be easy on me. I don't know if I did it good enough. Stay tuned for more videos, because I do intend on making an update video. It's been a long time coming. I've been sitting on this video for a while. You guys see the background. I have plenty of things to talk about. But until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace.